Alrighty, guys. We are live and welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome in, Brad, from outside of the grid. Saw your post this morning about beehives. Very interesting. First thing that popped in my head was the way that bees kill intruders. They kind of surround the predator or their target, and they basically kill them with friction. They just smother them. They dogpile on them. Good to see you, Silas. Patricia Warner, Cheeks, what's up? How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. What's up, Jerry? 12 Cats, what up? Zoe, good morning. Yankee Ghost, good to see you. Julianne, Molly. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I wonder what it is about. Well, I know wasps and hornets, they don't really need an excuse to sting your ass, but I wonder what the exact trigger is. I wonder if they can sense if your intentions are to hurt them, or if they just simply respond to uh, movement, sound, or maybe shaking. What's up, Molly? For the 10-part Delphi Everything series, fantastic work and much appreciated. Yeah, you're welcome. I just figured if you guys need a reference, boom, there you go. I think I really did include everything that I could, right? Good morning, James. Both? Okay. What's up, Blind Squirrel? Sense of smell? I didn't know that. What's up, Pipers? Silas, I've been stung by a bee, but I accidentally stood on it with my bare feet. I've been stung by bees at least, I don't know, at least a dozen times. Once by a wasp. Actually, I got attacked by a hive of, I think it was yellow jackets. They're the ones that burrow in the ground, right? Yeah, they fucked me up. I was out for a good 2 weeks. My whole side of my head was swollen and my ankle was swollen. Yeah, they got me good. I was out there with the tree trimmer on a bush and I rattled them up real good and I started feeling, I couldn't tell what it was. It was almost like somebody was hitting me with like a Nerf gun. I was like, what the hell? And I look down and I'm getting hit by just uh, yellow jacket after yellow jacket. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the hell? And then one finally lands on my face and just starts going to town. Yeah, one on my arm, one on my face, and one on my ankle. And it's not like a bee where they just hit you once and they're like kamikazes. They're like, okay, that's it. No, it's over and over and over. And then I guess one of them actually embedded his stinger inside of my face. And 2 days later, it released another like dose of venom. It's fucked up. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah, so if you want to see me run, wasp, no. Beehive, no. Yellow jackets, I'm out. Deathly allergic to them. Very scary. When he was stung, went into anaphylactic shock. Yeah, me. Well, it wasn't that bad. I did have a reaction though. I just took a Benadryl. I started getting hives on my neck. Yeah, it was messed up. um, I remember going out to the bar too. I think it was like I wasn't completely healed and my face was still a little bit swollen. And I remember somebody saying, "Damn, bro, what happened to you? Or who fucked you up?" Something crazy. Let me go ahead and put this banner up for Abby and Libby. And if you guys look at the comment I left on this video, it says that justice is right around the corner for the girls. I truly believe that, they'll never really have justice because they were murdered. Everything was taken away from them. Justice is finding out who did that and holding them accountable for it. At least to me, it's important that the families look this individual or individuals in the eye and say, this is how I feel about it. This is what I want you to go to the grave with. We're in control now. I think that's important. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Good to see you. Good morning. EpiPen. What's up, Miss Thang? So yeah, we're going to be pretty involved in the Chelsea Grim case coming up here. So I want to make sure if I have any free time, we're addressing all the craziness and any of the questions you guys might have. Because I did my best to prove that I'm able to look at the case, look at everything, and I know a lot about the case. Confirmation bias, dealing with that on a personal level. If you're not spending the majority of your time keeping yourself in check, I think you're already kind of messing up a little bit. Yeah, the bees don't mess with me ever, really. Yeah, I think it is coming. We're at that squeeze point where whatever's going to happen is going to happen, whether it's a trial, whether it's a plea deal, whatever the case may be, technicality, a dismissal, whatever it is, I believe it will be popping out of whatever this pressure is that's squeezing everything. Time is running out. Molly's asking, do you think the family have told Nicholas McClellan that they prefer a trial over a deal because they want to see the info? They tend to listen to the family in choosing the death penalty in other cases. I don't know if it's that they listen to the family; they just take it into consideration. I think it does play a part. It's not like should we kill him or not. The family's like, yeah, like emperor thumbs down or whatever. I think they ask him like, what are you guys hoping for? Are you guys wanting to sit through this trial? Are you wanting to go through all of this? Are you hoping that we bring in the death penalty? I don't know if they've done that in this case, but in some of the cases that we've covered, they do that. Hey, Jesse, Richard Allen robbed the girls of everything, of anything. That's why I can't really follow what's going on Facebook with all of that. Because when you see photos of like Kelsey and she's having her life and her family, you just can't help. We're haunted by that vision of Libby, just kind of like her ghost that's there. And you can't help but get worked up a little bit. Jesse says Richard Allen robbed the girls of their lives, and it's sad. Some YouTubers have robbed them of their dignity, sharing crime scene photos and defending Richard Allen adamantly. I don't know, James. I'm so confused about what the hell is going on. Do we have other people involved or what? Without a trial, we don't get any of those answers. And I feel like Nick McClellan from the beginning was like, let's seal it. It'll be unsealed soon enough. But by then, it'll be day one of the trial. We're ready to go. Let's go. They did all those search warrants. They went over there to the Maxwell house over there on Bicycle Bridge because he was caught on the Marathon gas station camera with blood all over his truck, kind of dressed like the bridge guy. Well, he had an alibi. They test the blood, belongs to a deer, and his 40 caliber doesn't match the shell casing. So once they served the search warrant over there, they quickly said, well, it looks like we're not making an arrest. Why? Because they don't know who the suspect is. They're looking for the one piece, that bullet. If your gun matches this bullet, we're slapping cuffs on you no matter what. I don't care if you come into an interview room, you want to talk. Hell yeah, I'm going to intimidate you because I already know the truth about you. So you can cry this, you can cry that. You can get this interview thrown out. It doesn't matter because we already have the results from the lab. The one thing that's different about you, Mr. Allen, is that the bullet matches your gun. In every other search warrant that we served, and there's been dozens, we've never had a match. Sleuth Intuition, have you ever read The Lovely Bones? No, but I don't know how close the movie relates, but I really like that movie. That movie is very scary. It's very, it kind of has a realistic feel to it, like a helplessness. Um, and I think that's more of what we experience with these cases in reality. It's not like the movies. Like you don't have some actor, hotshot actor walking in with all the answers, right? Wearing a nice suit. No, it's some guy who doesn't even have a suit jacket, His tie isn't even on properly. His belly is so freaking big that his buttons are about to break. And he's saying, I'm really sorry about your loss. We're going to get this son of a bitch. Really? And then they go home and they talk to their wife and they say, we don't have anything. Like, make sure you lock the doors tonight. Right? Reality is that it's all helplessness. We're all helpless to this. You have to prepare yourself. You have to educate your family, because a lot of these psychos out here that I've realized is that they don't even know why the hell they're doing it. One minute they're like these normal people, and then all of a sudden they went left. They veered off, off onto a dirt road in their mind, and then boom, it happens like a bolt of lightning, or even like a shark attack. Just super rare. Why'd you do it? I don't know. I've been a sick son of a SOB since I was a little kid. It was bound to happen. I always knew I'd be in prison for murder. So they commit the act and they end up in a place that they were going their entire life. It's the scariest thing when you wrap your mind around it. And that's why, I don't know if that's why I started my channel. I don't know how the hell I got to where I am now, but we're here. I'm proud about it. I'm proud of it. And we're not going to stop. Brett the Hitman fart. I'd really like to know if KA was out of town the time of the murders. Well, I think she works out of town. If she was at work, yeah. If she was looking after her mother, and that wasn't full time for her, from what I understand. People that actually know what's going on have spoken with me and told me that she shares the responsibility with other family members. And she does have a brother, I believe, somewhere in Delphi. I think a younger brother. Didn't watch the movie because not great reviews. I thought it was a great movie. Gave me the creeps. And he was building this thing out of wood. It kind of reminds you of some of those photos from Delphi. If those photos even came from Delphi, of that little, I don't know, wooden structure. It looks like a bunch of kids made out in the woods there. In the movie, he was building something like that so that he could entrap his victim. And in some of these photos from that are supposedly from Delphi, there's like chains and shit. But yeah, that's how I felt about the Hannibal series. The books are like completely different than the movie. Especially especially Hannibal. Like the ending. It's like, what the fuck? James says, I agree with the other actors. Just don't see it being brought to the judge if there wasn't some good evidence to prove the statement. But what if you can't really tie it to Richard Allen? You're trying to keep it secret and you don't plan to bring it up in court. So is it part of the discovery? Is it exculpatory? Miss Thang says if he gets off for some reason, imagine their life after that. Would it even be sustainable, their marriage, daughter's life? Oh, yeah. That happens all the time. There was a guy who was a prime suspect in a case. I can't think of the name now. I think it was even on one of the episodes of Forensic Files. Well, she went missing. She was found, and she lived in a rural area with like barns and large properties. Well, she was found on this gentleman's property, and he was in the area. He was seen near the area. He had evidence near the crime scene. Like the dude looked 100% like it was him, but it just wasn't solid. And sure enough, they were able to prove that it wasn't him. Like it was really messed up. I think they even found him guilty the first time, and then during the second trial, they were able to get him off. And the family was like, they've already proven that it's not him, so he's gonna get off. And then sure enough, he did get off. But I mean, if it was me looking from the outside looking in, this dude looked 100% guilty. Hey, what's up, Kristen? So proud of where you have come with your content. Respect you so much. You are awesome, my friend. Thank you, Kristen, for sponsoring today's live stream. Shout out to you. Welcome in. Hey, Sarah. Felt uncomfortable reading that book, but it's very good if you can't read those types of books. Yeah, the movie was very disturbing. That much I do know. Yeah. Well, anytime you present something that hurts somebody else's narrative or what they're trying to sell, they don't like that. It kind of hits them in their competitive nature because they're not here for anything righteous. Their foundation is not a righteous foundation to begin with. So I just say let them slip in the sand. How many times I got to say it? We don't stop in our vehicle, do we? When we see the crackheads over there kind of twitching and shit. You don't jump out of the car and run over there and yell at them like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You really should have some clothes on. You know, tranquilizers will eventually kill you. You know that, right? Like, you don't jump out and yell at folks that are just kind of out of their mind, you know, twacked out is what we call it over here. If anything, you just kind of take a look and you wonder, like, oh man, I wonder what happened. Wonder what happened in their life that led to this. And then you go on. You go on and you look at your life and you're like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't go that route. But you definitely don't jump out and go and yell at them. So that's what we need to stop doing. It's okay, you know, if you're at a stoplight to take a look, a passing glance, like, wow, that's interesting. And then you just keep on moving. The only problem I have with book clubs, Beach Fairy, is there's always that one time where you get a really shitty book. That just kills it. Hey, what's up, Charlotte? What's up, Willow? Yeah, I mean, put yourself in that situation. And we really don't know all of the facts and all of the details on what happened. You know, who are these other folks who are involved? Like, what the hell is going on? What is the motivation? all we are able to do is work with what we have. Even though we've scratched the surface, we really haven't gone that deep. Like all this stuff with Keegan Klein, that's really probably not all that might not have anything to do with anything. If we put everything together right now, that's the viable choice. But if we keep searching and searching and we really don't know the motive, we don't know 100% if the girls were the target. I mean, why the hell was Richard Allen down there ready to do what he did? He was definitely layered up. I just feel like there's so much that we don't know that it could lead to anything. Like I said, you could use any theory, and I think this is what Nick's going to do. I call it the any defense or the any prosecution. Because no matter what the defense brings forward, they're going to be like, okay, well, show me how Richard Allen was part of this ritual killing. Show me how Richard Allen and Garrett Kurtz did this together. How are they connected? Because we know 100% that Richard Allen is the bridge guy and his part in this. So how does that connect with your ritual theory? Or what do we have? People blaming Kelsey. Okay, well, tell me how she's connected with Richard Allen. Ron Logan. Okay, Ron Logan had something to do with this. How did him and Richard Allen plan this? Right? How did him and Mike Patty, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? It doesn't matter what you bring forward because it's going to lead to the truth. They said all we got to do is focus on Richard Allen or whoever this bridge guy is. And once we find him, he'll lead us to the answer. He is the answer to the question. So, and folks who are attacking Kelsey, remember, she took 3 polygraph tests, guys. These cops aren't stupid. Of course, she's going to be the first suspect. She was the last person to see the girls. So it's common sense. They haven't interviewed Betsy Blair. They haven't interviewed any of these folks. All they know is that you dropped off the girls and something horrible happened. We are going to focus our attention on you. But unlike most of these web sleuths, they got past that with information. Okay, so we now know that the girls did get dropped off, and we now know that you left. Boom, we're no longer interested in you. Maybe somewhere you'll pop up on the back end of this investigation, but no, that the truth is you dropped the girls off and you went on about your merry business, about your merry way. And then something horrible happened. But yeah, they fucking terrorized Kelsey at the beginning. Every time she tells the story, she almost looks like she's going to break down in tears. Yeah, it's awful. So trust me, guys, you don't need to do it online. Law enforcement already did it hands-on, interrogation style. It's now your duty to dig a little bit deeper and get past that day one that investigators were passed on day 2. Try to keep up. And that's all we try to do here on this channel. We're trying to keep up. But we got a steady pace. Hey, what's up, Josh? Priscilla Boston, what up? This is from Cheeks. Sad part about this entire situation is that people and these content creators treat these kind of cases like it's some sort of entertainment. I want to know what really happened and I want punishment. Well, this isn't some kind of vigilante militia group. I mean, if you don't realize that this is entertainment, 100% you're just telling yourself a lie. That's what we're here for, guys. You guys don't want to see me. You guys were bored. And you care about Abby and Libby. But you don't care about me. It is just entertainment. Food for thought. But to treat it like it's just entertainment, I agree with you on that. Kristen says that's exactly how Carrie Rawson felt when she learned her beloved father was BTK. Cannot imagine that trauma. BTK is a prime example of hiding in plain sight. I mean, the dude was a park ranger, carried a sidearm. I think then he moved and also worked in security. I mean, it's guys like that that inspired um, Brian Koberger. I mean, this dude was running the playbook, and he was doing it almost like a fucking Dexter um, season, right? He went and he was learning under what the hell was her name that wrote the biography on the BTK. Okay, I'm having a brain fart on her name. But yeah, and then he worked in security, convinced one of his classmates that she was being stalked and harassed. And then she confided in him. Well, he designed it so that she would confide in him. And then he offered her services free of charge. Oh, I'll install cameras. Like, we'll catch the son of a gun. But really, he was watching her. He installed the cameras and he had access to them. And we all know what happened with the Idaho 4. So he could have been planning to kill that poor girl. What's up, the Saint? If anyone wants to donate either book to me, shoot me an email. I think I'm seeing the birth of a book club. I went into a creator I hadn't heard of talking about Delphi, and she had a money ticker and kept saying they would move on to the next thing if they get enough money. I was horrified. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, definitely no experts over here, but we have learned a lot. And we always have receipts, you know? We don't just mumble away talking about nonsense. If you want to see it, we'll put it up on the screen. That is one thing I'm noticing. But I don't think people are really falling for it. Like I said, a lot of people are just bored, and YouTubers see all these people watching them and they get all, "Oh, I knew I was smart." It's like, "No, bro. They're bored." Kristen says Kelsey is still being targeted by insane people, sadly. And remember, she was 16 years old when this happened. I just don't know how to explain all of that. The only way I can explain it is that people have completely removed themselves from the reality of what's really going on. The humanity was removed. Either that or they themselves are completely insane and they don't understand how to relate to that kind of emotion, really. Just cold blooded. And in one example is Kelsey, who came forward. She said, "Well, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to talk about what happened to my sister and I'm going to bring attention." And really, that's why we uh, all eventually were drawn to the Delphi case, because people like Kelsey were bringing attention to it and putting it out there and keeping it in the forefront. But on the flip side of that coin, you had her father, Derek, who's like, nope, I know the dangers of that. I'm going to stay low. I'm not going to go talk to the news. I'm not going to do any of that. And then, sure enough, the I told you so moment came for Derek. I'm sure he sat in a room with Kelsey, her head in her hand, crying like these fucking trolls are coming after me. And he's like, I told you so. He's not going to say it, but that it will be an I told you so moment. But it doesn't matter what you do because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because they came after him just the same as they came after her. Not as bad. So you can be vocal and you can be quiet and they'll still come find you. Really, all you can be is strong. And it scares a lot of people away. I was covering a case out of, where was it? California, near the Las Vegas border. And it was very similar to that. Hold on, guys. Hold that thought. Didn't realize my phone was dead. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, my family's at the zoo, so I'm all paranoid. I want to make sure they need to get a hold of me. Kristen says, oh, the BTK was president of his church. I think that's how he eventually got caught. He sent a floppy disk and he asked law enforcement, hey, can you guys trace where this was recorded at, this floppy disk? And they told him, no, absolutely not. So when they received it, that's the first thing they did, and they busted him. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, Dr. Catherine Ramsland. So how creepy is that? You have Brian Koberger learning from the one person who knows probably more about the BTK than anybody. Yeah, and that's really all you can do. Unsubscribe, stop giving them your viewership. $26 terabytes of info. There has to be a lot in there we have no clue of yet. It gives me hope. I don't know. I feel like in a way they tried to overwhelm them. So they tried to overwhelm the defense. Instead of giving them everything they planned to present, they just gave them everything. And the defense was like, okay, well, we're just going to create our own narrative then from all the shit you gave us. So Nick bears a little of that responsibility. It's like, no shit, they can't find anything. You just dumped it all in their lap. And then he said something like, oh, it's organized the way that we have it organized. Yeah, but I'm sure you have something separate from that that's way more organized. Well, yeah, well, we're not going to do that for them. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's always a schoolyard. It's always a playground fight. Even on like the world scale, even with nuclear war, it's just like a elementary school playground fight. People don't want YouTube and streams unless they like it, but there's a difference in what some do and what you and others do. That's my issue. Yeah, and I agree. Just ignore it. Like there's a lot of weird shit going on YouTube. I would just categorize it accordingly, put it in its proper category, and call it a day. But to keep talking about these weird fringe YouTubers in the same sentences, like the Sleuth Intuition channel, that's stuff I would like to see stop. It's not them and us, it's us, and that's it. We stand alone. We're out here all alone, and it's cold. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I was gonna save it for the Sleuth Crew check-in later today, but we are now live streaming successfully from sleuthintuition.com. We don't have a chat yet, but we live stream and it records directly to and saves the recordings for us. So no matter what, we are on our own. They could shut my channel down, and 5 minutes later, we're back live. We're unstoppable now. I just got to figure out how to get a live chat going, and then we'll start hanging out over there. Kristen says, I think we all may be shocked when we learn the whole story behind this crime. Stay tuned. I agree with that. We do our best to piece the story together with what we know, but I think that what we don't know probably outweighs what we do know. Because what we think we do know, a lot of that might be wrong. Or just a little bit different than what we expected it to be. Let me tell you about it. Right after like some big news report mentioned Ron Logan again. Now I have a theory. I'm noticing everybody's interested in this Ron Logan theory. Hey, what's up, Farmer? Farmer says, I'm friends with the serial killer's son. He doesn't refer to him as dad, just a first name, Brian. That's creepy, dude. We don't talk about Brian. That's what they say on the holidays. Though I enjoyed the point it explained, we helped them find it, put it in easy access folders for the defense when they struggled and did the work for them. Yeah, it's all just a playground fight, pissing contest. It is 8:16. Oh, was it the Las Vegas case? Okay. I just forgot the point and why I was mentioning it. Thanks, Cheeks. We stand alone, cold out here, but always warmer with good people around us. We probably do have the best chat, best mods. I think I have more people blocked than I do subscribers. I don't know if that's a good thing. But there ain't no riffraff. Yeah, Farmer, there really isn't. I'm waiting for my channel 2 to get taken down. I've never had any issues, Blind Squirrel. People can sneak in and out of there. It's no big deal. There's nothing nefarious going on in my Discord. It is a members only. I should probably drop the link for any of my new members. If you want the actually, if you're a new member to my channel and you want to be part of the Discord, shoot me an email and I'll get you in there. Ah, we have a time traveler. What's it like? What's it like at 11 a.m.? It's still 8 here. Actually, they've gotten a little more lenient when it comes to language. I think the rules are no F words until after the 7-minute mark, and then I think you're like only allowed a certain amount after that. Thank you, Farmer. What's up, V? Sensei, it's 4:19. Oh yeah, well it's the 30th here. Hmm. Coffee might do it. All right, guys, this is going to be our 10-minute warning. We will be live later in the day. We're going to do a sleuth crew check-in. I wanted to discuss this case and I wanted to make myself available to you guys and not be distracted by this other case that I'm working on. But I also wanted to talk with you and update you on my plans to go help look for Chelsea and investigate her case. We're going to stop at all of her locations and we're going to go and ask some questions and we're going to try to put together, see if we can generate a tip or something. Wouldn't that be cool? But yeah, we'll be talking about that a little bit later. And then also tomorrow, True Crime in the Morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we go live on Chelsea's case. And then Tuesday for True Crime in the Morning, we're going to talk about Noah Pressgrove. Yeah, I'm thinking either 2 p.m. or 6 p.m. I'm just going to wait until the wife and kids get back, see what they want to do. But usually they're pretty beat from coming back from the zoo, so I'll see what's up. So I'm thinking probably 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but if not, it'll be 6 p.m. All right, guys. If there's nothing else, I think that's going to do it. Go ahead and hit that outro. And if you guys want to, like I said, it's not ready yet, but sleuthintuition.com. I'm working on a whole little like a live chat room. Once you register, you can go and hang out in the chat room. You can post videos. You can post memes, gifs, whatever. As long as you're logged in and registered, you can hang out in there. But we are up and running as far as live streaming. Right now, I'm just working on the live chat. The Sleuth Crew merch shop is up and running. But if you guys want to go over there and hang out, I will be doing a raffle once I bring the website 100% live. What I'll do is I'll keep track of everybody who's registered on there, and we'll raffle off some of that merch. But we're not quite there yet. A lot of bugs, a lot of indexing still to do, and just really figuring out what I want it to look like. Right now, it's just kind of like a mess. What's up, Lulu? Christine? Willow, you have a great day, sorry. Sleuth Crew Speedos. Grape smugglers. That's what I call. Yeah, Molly, I'm super excited. Just can't wait till we figure it all out. Thank you, Kristen. Special shout out to Kristen and Cheeks. Thank you guys for supporting me the way that you do. Couldn't do without you. The banana hammock. That's a good one too. I got that from that movie, The Biodome. I love Pauly Shore. I'm like a huge Pauly Shore fan. I always have been since I was a little kid. But yeah, I got that from that movie. Lulu, I've not been here in a minute. Any big news in the case? No. Nothing new other than the trial is right around the corner. We're expecting a delay, a plea, or them to go ahead and go forward. All right, guys. You take it easy. I'll see you later today, and then also again for True Crime in the Morning for an episode this Monday on Chelsea Grimm, and then Tuesday on Noah Pressgrove. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching the Sleuth Intuition channel. If you are part of the replay crew, you know what to do. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Sleuth Intuition is 100% crowd-funded. If you want to support me and help my channel grow, here are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, Cash App. The funds go directly to me without YouTube taking a percentage. Number 2, become a member. Members are by far the leading contributors to my channel. Number 3, hit up the merch shop. Represent the Sleuth Crew on these ruthless streets. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. Until next time, peace.